Sometimes the snow is fluffy and light, and you can shovel it easily. When it gets a little more mild, that snow turns to packable snow, turns into great snowballs, and you start building forts. And if you start seeing big piles, you don't know the integrity of the snow underneath.
That warning from Ontario Provincial Police following a tragic development near Montreal and Chateauguay. Local police confirming that a 13-year-old girl died days after being found alive and brought to hospital when a snow fort she was playing in collapsed.
We don't hear these kinds of situations happening very often, but it is something that we need to be aware of.
OPP Sergeant Carrie Schmidt reminding families excited about the sudden blast of snow that big piles in the yard from shoveling or made by hand should be treated with caution.
And if you are going to be playing under the snow, you got to have some sort of structure, you got to have some sort of supervision. We don't want kids underneath a wall of snow, because it might look light and easy, but it's super heavy as well when you have a thick block of ice above you, and that can be dangerous, and we've seen that tragic outcome recently. So for your little ones, building a structure, build a snow fort with walls, put a piece of plywood, put a blanket over top as a covering, but once you put snow on top of you, it is critical, it is dangerous, and the temperatures are changing, things are starting to melt, and all of a sudden you're vulnerable to collapse.
As for those big roadside or parking lot mounds created by plows, Sergeant Schmidt explains those are always extremely dangerous and we should never dig into them. The City of Toronto, which is still working on removing many of those roadside piles, saying in a written reply to City News, everyone is asked to keep a safe distance from snow removal equipment and crews to let them complete their work safely and efficiently. The Canadian Pediatric Society also sharing tips which include playing away from roads, fences, or water, avoiding snow plows and snow blowers, and adult supervision when building snow forts or tunnels. For City News, I'm David Zura.